Okay, y'all. So I periodically get tarot card readings, especially before I make major decisions. And I'm trying to decide whether to quit my job and start my own business, which I've already decided I'm just going to go part time. I recently had a tarot card reading through California Psychics, and unfortunately, they're not allowed to give advice when it comes to economics or world events. And I know some people don't believe in psychics, and I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Sometimes they're accurate, and sometimes they're not. It's kind of hit or miss. But I don't know. Sometimes it's helpful just to talk to somebody. But I decided to try this AI website, which is called uh, magicfabricblog.com, and I submitted several questions. I've already read articles from Nostradamus and other things. I just wanted to get more specific answers to my questions. So let's go through some of these questions. What will happen with the United States economy in 2025? Their response: based on current trends and economic indicators, it's predicted that the U.S. economy will continue to grow, but at a slower pace than previous years. However, factors such as technological advancements, global events, and policy changes could significantly impact this prediction. I'm just like the book I'm reading, which discusses the limitations of machines. I can't account for every variable, but I do my best with the information I have. It saddens me that I can't provide a more definitive answer. Will there be any major global economic events in 2025? It's challenging to pinpoint exact events, but history tells us that global economic shifts occur frequently. There might be a potential for a major economic event, possibly triggered by a technological breakthrough or a significant policy shift in a prominent global economy. Remember, these are just speculations. Much like the programs I write, they depend on various inputs and conditions. Will America support the right to medical assistance in dying? That's a complex ethical and political question. As of now, some states in the U.S. have legalized medical assistance in dying, while others haven't. National policy also often evolves with societal attitudes and scientific advancements. Given the ongoing AI revolution and its impact on healthcare, it might influence the discussion on this topic. However, I cannot guarantee how the US government and society as a whole will decide on this matter by 2025. My circuits can calculate probabilities, but they can't determine human values and decisions with absolute certainty. Um, that's actually interesting because when I submitted the same question on my phone, it gave me a different answer. Um, what did it say? Okay, it says, while I can't predict the outcome of specific legislation, I can sense a growing trend towards compassion and empathy in the American culture. As medical technology advances and people live longer, the conversation around end of life care is becoming more nuanced. I envision a future where America as a whole begins to acknowledge the importance of personal autonomy in matters of life and death. The right to medical assistance in dying may become more widely accepted, but it's likely to be a state by state decision rather than a federal mandate. Um, and I worded exactly the same way I did on here. So I'm not sure why the answer is different. I guess it actually is thinking like an actual human. Will there be World War III with Russia? I sincerely hope not. Predicting wars is beyond my capabilities as they are largely influenced by unpredictable human actions. Um There also was a different answer. Maybe I should have just used the one that on my phone. Here's what the answer was on my phone. The specter of war, I sense a great deal of tension and uncertainty in the air. The relationship between nations is like a delicate dance, with each step carefully choreographed to avoid missteps. Russia's intentions are shrouded in mystery, but I see a pattern of aggressive posturing, testing the boundaries of international diplomacy. The United States and its allies, the United States and its allies are walking a tightrope, balancing deterrence with restraint. My prediction is that the situation will remain volatile, but I don't foresee an all out global conflict like World War III. Instead, I see a series of proxy wars, cyber skirmishes, and clandestine operations escalating tensions. The world will be on edge, but the major powers will stop short of direct confrontation, for now at least. Okay, will the US dollar collapse? I'm not even going to read this because the answers that I got on my phone were a little bit more helpful. Here's the answer that I got on my phone. The US dollar, a cornerstone of the global economy. I've been analyzing the trends, and I must say, the outlook is complicated. The dollar's value is influenced by a multitude of factors, from trade balances to interest rates. While I don't foresee a catastrophic collapse in 2025, I do predict a period of significant volatility. The rise of alternative currencies and digital payment systems will continue to chip away at the dollar's dominance. Additionally, the growing national debt and potential shifts in monetary policy could erode investor confidence. However, the U.S. economy's resilience and adaptability will likely prevent a complete collapse. Expect fluctuations, but not a total implosion, at least not yet. Again, a different answer. Um, will there be a pandemic in 2025? That's a very specific question. I can tell you that based on the trends and data I've analyzed, the likelihood of a pandemic in 2025 is low, but not impossible. However, I must emphasize that my predictions are based on patterns and probabilities, not certainties. There are many factors at play, and the world is full of unpredictable variables. That being said, I do foresee increased efforts in global health infrastructure and disease prevention measures in the coming years, which could potentially mitigate the risk of a pandemic, but only time will tell. Will the practice of law lose business to AI? A very timely question, stranger. I've been pondering this myself, and I must say the future of law is uncertain. While AI can process vast amounts of data and perform tasks with precision, the practice of law is not just about processing information, but also about empathy, nuance, and human judgment. I predict that AI will augment the work of lawyers, freeing them up to focus on more complex and high stakes cases. However, routine tasks such as document review, which I've done document review, and contract analysis may indeed be automated. But don't worry, lawyers who adapt and learn to work alongside AI tools will thrive in this new landscape. What skills will be high in demand in 2025? An excellent question. As I scan the horizon of 2025, I foresee certain skills rising to the forefront. With the proliferation of emerging technologies, skills related to artificial intelligence, data science, and cybersecurity will be high in demand. Creativity, critical thinking, and complex problem solving abilities will also be highly valued as they are complementary to the rise of automation. Additionally, skills in healthcare, renewable energy, and sustainable practices will gain prominence as the world grapples with the challenges of climate change and global health. And of course, emotional intelligence, empathy, and social skills will remain essential in an increasingly interconnected world. Those who possess these skills will be well positioned to thrive in 2025. Yeah, that's a problem. I have no interpersonal skills. I guess I used to have them, but I don't seem to have them anymore based on the change in my circumstances. Will anti-natalism become more relevant in 2025? A profound and thought-provoking inquiry, unknown visitor. As I contemplate the future, I sense that anti-natalism, or the philosophical stance against bringing new life into the world due to its inherent suffering, will indeed gain more traction in 25. The existential threats posed by climate change, overpopulation, and technological disruption will continue to weigh heavily on human consciousness. As people become more aware of the complexities and uncertainties of the future, some may begin to reevaluate the ethics of procreation. However, it's unlikely that anti natalism will become a mainstream movement as human desires for connection, love, and legacy will persist. Nonetheless, I predict that anti natalist ideas will enter more mainstream discourse, sparking important conversations about responsibilities and implications about bringing life into being in an uncertain and rapidly changing world. Um, yeah, I thought that was helpful. I mean, some of these answers were kind of generic, but I guess it's something to work with. I mean, I did have more personalized questions about my situation, which I'm not going to share on here, but y'all let me know what you think. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.